GM, and welcome to a bonus episode of GM Farcaster recorded live at DevConnect 2025 in Buenos Aires, Argentina, with Adrian interviewing Limone, Will, and Debbie in the DevConnect podcast studio, chatting all things Farcaster at DevConnect.
Okay, so GM Farcaster, we are here at DevConnect in Buenos Aires with Debbie soon, Will, and Limone. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hi.
How's it going? Good to see you.
How's everyone's jet lag?
It's like 2 hours,
good.
so.
It should be like 4 hours for me, but I've been around here for 3 weeks at this point. So between Patagonia and Argentina, so
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Hang in there. Coffee's helping.
Yeah, Will, I think you have the worst. Because you're traveling.
Where did you travel
west
from?
to east?
Yeah, San Francisco. It's only
okay.
5 hours. It's not
Yeah.
so bad, but I was in like a middle seat, red eye, and then last night I was like, I'm gonna go to bed early, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
So I was up to like 1 or 2, and you know how it is.
And Debbie is just a rock star, the toughest person I've ever met.
Well, I've been here since Friday morning, so
Oh.
I think I've had a little bit of time to adjust, and it's like 2 hours, so, we're good.
Are you in New York?
I am in New York, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's everyone been up to? Limone, I know you've done talks already. I think
I've
this
done
weekend you did a mini apps
yesterday.
talk, or yesterday?
Yesterday, base batches, startup truck demo day. Today we just had the demo at the base booth, and now it's all like easier. Let's say
Yay.
just
Congrats. The hard
just
stuff's
do the
behind you.
talk.
How did the talks go?
Good. It was, a lot of pressure last week to push through, like preparing the pitch was like one single slide, 2 minutes, and so hard, like to condense everything. It's been an interesting experience, and it went super well. Actually, like satisfied with the pitch I did. I think the crowd appreciated, like they were, somehow cheering
It was a
for
lot
me.
of cheering for you.
They
Yeah.
were cheering me.
I noticed
so-
that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And is this a new game?
Yeah,
that you're
it's,
pitching?
it's the new Farville. So
Okay.
we are creating a new game called Rise of Farms, based on everything that we learned with Farville, and it's gonna come out in production in mid-December, let's say.
Awesome. And then did you do the how to go viral talk this week?
No,
Or
no,
that was
not this
something
week.
separate?
That's
Okay,
like
that's
a
recorded.
gold article. I don't know,
Okay.
like many people text me about that article that they found it useful, and I'm thinking about like renovating it from time to time because I feel like I wrote it in April and a bunch of things changed, and so I want to maybe write a new version soon.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like probably the meta with going viral is always changing a little bit, so it could be a good living document.
Yeah, of course.
How about you, Will? What have you been up to?
I watched base batches yesterday. Limone was very impressive. He was great. They all were, frankly. I was very pleasantly surprised at how good the companies were. Surprised at just, I guess, how many had revenue. I wasn't really prepared for that, but like,
Did how many
meaningful
had
chunk of it.
revenue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
had revenue. I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought they'd be earlier. I mean, you had some earlier ones too, but
But
most
do you
of
think that's because are they mostly mini apps?
No, they
No.
were
Or
not- or
it
not
was like
even?
a startup truck, and
Ah.
so you were
Yeah.
supposed to have some traction already
Okay.
to apply for that truck.
Yeah, and there was a wide range of traction and a pretty good geographical diversity, more than I was expecting also. But I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to some extent in retrospect. But yeah, the base team did a great job putting it on. And then otherwise, I don't really have anything I'm doing this week. I'm just kind of here to be in person with users, friends, peers, whatever, and yeah,
Right.
it's
Do you have customers here?
definitely.
Obviously,
Definitely.
me.
Yeah, we got two.
Yeah.
We got the majority up here, and myself included.
And then what's going on in Splits world these days?
We are.
And do we say splits versus teams? I never know
if you figure it
because-
out, let me know.
Because I feel like Abram was pushing Teams for a little bit on me, but
Yeah.
I can't do it because of Microsoft Teams. and
I know.
like it.
Teams is,
Or it's too generic.
we think, a
sorry.
temper. No, I mean, it's all fair, and it's all criticism that we have leveled internally. And it's a working title, we'll call it. It's good enough for now, but it's clearly not the right way to brand this. And we think long term that it all just is splits.
Yeah.
But at least right now, it's very confusing to just lump it back in today because we have the app, which is actually the explorer of the splitter contracts and the other different money Lego payments, and then this other thing. And so we think it splits long term, but
All right.
we'll figure that out
workshop
when like it matters more. Yeah,
We'll come back
Turn
to
the
it.
cameras off for that. Okay. Yeah.
And are you still kind of going with banking on Ethereum as like the vision for
Yeah,
split
we
slash
are.
games?
It's, we're trying to provide this like modern consumer grade banking experience for teams collaborating. And I'm obviously biased, but I think, I think we've done a pretty good job relative to the status quo. And I guess what we've learned the past few weeks or months is that kind of capital formation on chain is making a comeback. And when you look at the tools we've built, right, it's just very good for managing things on chain as a team. And when you think about like, well, what things exist on chain, there's like revenue, expenses, contracts, and treasuries. And there's not that many teams making revenue on chain. There's a decent number doing expenses, like global contractor payments are great on chain, security audits happen, the payments on chain. Contracts, there's some out there, but again, it's not a ton. But the treasury section is actually where we're seeing a lot of momentum recently. And a lot of the infrastructure that was for coins is getting repurposed for builders, funding, experimentation. And so we're, I think, going to lean into that over the next couple of months and see how the market develops.
Right.
But yeah.
Debbie, what have you been doing since
Yeah, oh my
Saturday?
gosh. Yeah, well, yeah, it's been busy. So we've been taking Privy out into the wild and kind of showing stablecoin payments in production. So we've had a stablecoin sandwich food truck that has
Okay, I
been
saw this.
going around Buenos Aires. So
How do I find it? Like,
yeah, yeah. So
is
for
it
those of you
traveling?
who don't know, like a stablecoin sandwich is basically a term that's used to describe like routing fiat through stablecoins for cross-border payments, making them faster, cheaper, more secure.
Is fiat the bread?
Yes, fiat's the
stablecoins
bread
the
and
meat?
stablecoins the meat, exactly. And you call it a stablecoin sandwich.
should be.
Yeah. So I think for months I have been dreaming about a stablecoin sandwich truck, and finally got to bring it to life in Argentina, which has been really cool to see. So yeah, we've been to, I think, 4 different locations already. So started off on Saturday, and that was at the Eigenlayer Hacker House. And then Sunday, we were at a Uniswap football tournament. Yesterday, we co-hosted a paddle tournament with Zarion and 0x Matcha and had the food truck there as well. And then tonight, we'll be at the Boys Club party serving ice cream sandwiches instead of hot sandwiches. So,
Oh, nice.
so yeah, it's been a pretty busy few days. There's been something going on pretty much almost every single day, but yeah.
All right, you're nonstop. What else? What else are you
Nonstop.
doing for the rest of the week?
Gosh, bunch of panels. We have, for whatever reason, another party tomorrow that we're co-hosting, and then Thursday taking it slow into like a little co-working cafe that we have near the venue, which would be ideal. I hope it has better internet than this venue, which
Yeah.
is ironic for a
know.
crypto conference. So
I
Yeah.
saw, like, I was like, oh, there's co-working spaces here, and I was like really happy, like looking
Yeah.
forward to camping out. And I guess the internet here has been a little tricky.
no, the best Wi-Fi that I've had so far was actually at the paddle place that we were yesterday. I was like, wow, the internet at paddle is really good.
What's up with Zerion and Paddle, or is it Padel? They
honestly,
did it
like,
at FarCon.
everyone
Is that
was
their jam? Or?
I guess. I mean, it was a beautiful event, though. Like, I feel like I take zero credit for all of it. I mean, Privy was a part of it too, but I felt like I was responsible for making sure that people got fed. But everything else was just. It was also a beautiful day, as it is today too. So yeah, it was great vibes all around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's Privy been? I guess did you join after Stripe?
Yeah, I joined just before
Like,
Stripe. Yeah, a
before.
few weeks before.
How's
yeah.
this chapter of Privy going?
Been
You guys are
good. No,
killing it.
it's been really exciting. It's been very fast moving. We've been growing fast, seeing a lot of momentum, I think, across both kind of the crypto side of things and also on the more like fintech side of things, which is why I think stablecoins are so interesting to us. But we also obviously support a lot of builders on like Farcaster and like people building on Base, people building across all sorts of ecosystem. Like we're at Money Rails by Polygon today. So I think we're just here really supporting whoever wants to make interacting on chain and interacting with crypto as easy as possible, whether you're a developer or whether you're like an end user.
Right. I tried hanging out with you this week, and you were like, haha. I was like,
Not
I was like-
surprising, having heard her schedule.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
my
I'm sure.
schedule is the
I was like,
same.
I feel like you're gonna. I know what you're gonna say, but is there any chance you're gonna hang? She's like, no. Because I scheduled some sightseeing for myself for tomorrow, and yeah.
I was like, I think I could maybe squeeze it in like Friday or
Yeah,
like
just-
Saturday.
You keep me. What else do you guys
What
have
sites
going?
are you seeing, by the way?
Oh,
What's
I
your
signed
mark?
up for a bike tour.
Oh,
Bike
fun.
tour? That sounds fun.
Yeah, like
That
an
sounds super
afternoon.
fun.
So it's just like show up and get on bike cruisers and like see the major sites.
I went to La Boca. It's a nice neighborhood, very colorful. That's the famous Boca Juniors Stadium.
Oh, cool.
But then you get to walk like along the river. Actually, it's the ocean, but it looks like a river there. And it's a beautiful walk at night. So if you guys go there, it's like 20 minutes Uber only.
There was a big game, football game
Yeah,
on
on
Sunday.
Sunday,
Yeah,
yes.
so I had a friend who was there. There was like a big celebration.
Soccer.
Like,
You
Yeah,
mean
I-
soccer, right?
No, no,
Soccer.
it's
I thought
Yeah.
so, but
Yeah.
Please,
yeah, I just.
football.
Like, we wouldn't be playing
We're in
American football
Argentina,
down
so I
here,
say
would they?
football. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, otherwise soccer. But yeah.
Well, you said it perfectly. I mean,
Yeah.
I hit a speed bump listening to you, but you,
That's always one of my lightning questions I
Yeah.
ask people on GM Farcaster is football or soccer, but it's
Yeah.
really a trick question because people think I'm asking American football, but I'm just asking how
see
they
it.
say soccer.
yeah, yeah.
But the NFL's been going to Europe, like they're like exporting.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know.
I heard too.
I'm only
And
following.
like the
can't
NBA, and the
say,
NBA
yeah.
does it too. Like they're starting to like export.
Interesting.
I
Going
went to an
global.
NFL game in London, so
Yeah, like
yeah,
they're.
I was in
Was it
London last
A
month.
regular season game
Yes,
or like
it was
interesting.
the Broncos versus the Jets. And then I was surprised. I expected it to be mostly filled with American expats in London watching the game.
Yeah.
But it was full of British people. And I had so many questions going through my brain. I was like, how do you know like
Did
this
they bring
much
all
about
those like
football?
fun jingos they do in the crowd?
I guess, I mean, they really love Sweet Caroline, like for whatever
Okay.
reason. And then
I mean, it's a good song.
it is a good
It's a good
song,
tune.
but they knew a lot about football. They knew all the rules. And then I was also very confused as to
Hmm.
why they were fans of the Jets. I was like, why do you support the Jets? Like of all teams.
Did you get an answer to that?
No, not really. No, the guy next to me was a Kansas City Chief fan. But yeah, I had a great time. It was an amazing stadium. Loved it. Like, yeah, NFL in London. Who would have thought?
I don't know. I haven't been to an NFL game in 25 years. I think I've only been to one in my life, and I don't watch, so I don't.
Yeah.
Not my.
I don't. Have I ever been to one? I must have been to one. I don't know.
Have you guys been to Buenos Aires before?
Yeah, first time.
First time.
Oh, yeah. So
But I don't feel like there's much, maybe because I come from Rome and it's full of, I don't know, monuments and, point of interest. And so every time I go into a new city, I'm always looking for things that I need to see. While most of the times it's just, like nice neighborhoods or areas which I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
And so I should maybe like lower my expectation a little bit on,
that's
I don't know. I should come with
The
a
secret to
different
happiness.
mindset. Yeah, like
all right. Good segue. You bring up Rome.
Farcon.
Yeah, can we get-
When is it?
Let's
And,
talk
like,
Farcon
yeah.
Rome.
I mean, it's 4 and 5th of May. It's the best season to be in Rome. It's either that or October. And of course, like May is a big tradition for Farcon, so we didn't want to break that. I'm still like lagging behind, like getting tickets out and announcing a bunch of things. But it's coming before the end of the year, I promise.
Right,
Do I
so
need to
ticket-
book my flights? Am I behind already?
I don't
No,
think
no,
people have
no.
booked flights
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get out the tickets. I will share also some, like recommendation on where to find, lodging, hotels. Maybe we will get some discounts for everyone.
That would be great.
Overall, I think the event, we don't want to change it. Like Builder Day, Summit Day, same structure. One thing that we are going to change is that there will not be any in-person hackathon. Because I've been hacking at both the past
Yeah.
Farcons, and it's not that the experience of the hackathon per se was bad, but in 24 hours, when you travel from, I don't know, all over the world to meet with an awesome community, you just want to hang out and chat. If you need to be at your laptop and code something for just 24 hours, which is not enough to build anything meaningful, it doesn't make sense. And so we're thinking about having an online hackathon before, so that maybe the top projects get to showcase.
More of like a demo
Yeah.
day.
Exactly,
like,
and
Yeah.
yeah,
that's,
that makes sense.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's nice.
that's the only thing we are planning differently, let's say.
That's the beauty of running your own event.
Yeah.
You can just do what you want.
You get to put your own twist on it.
Yeah.
Encouraged, even.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you guys think you're going?
I think so. I mean, I feel
Probably.
like we've been at Privy has been at every single con, so I'll imagine.
Not
Like,
the
I mean, well, not the
first
first
one.
one, not the first one. Okay, every like I guess since the
Yeah.
I called that one
The beta?
FalCon 0.
Yeah.
Just by the way, fun fact: DevConnect 2, the very first one was called like DevCon 0. So this is, I think, I forgot what number this is.
7.
Yeah. Have you guys been to previous
7?
DevCons or DevConnects?
I have not.
I have not. So yeah,
This is a first.
this is my first as well.
Firsties.
Yeah.
Me
I've
too.
been to both DevCon and DevConnect.
Okay.
So in the past 3 years.
And
Nice.
am I right that DevCon was more is a like dev focused type event? DevConnect
I
is
think the
more
reverse.
community.
No, DevCon has always been more a conference and with like a centralized organization. So the Ethereum Foundation was like setting up all the panels and talks with many stages, while DevConnect has always been more around the community self-organizing in a shared space provided by the Ethereum Foundation. That's what I understood
Yeah.
in the
How
years.
does this compare? far?
This is a new way they're doing it because usually DevConnect has always been like a huge co-working space and few like stages and areas, not many booths, honestly. And this year the new thing in it is like are the booths, like the World Fair,
Yeah.
and I think it's cool that they are showcasing like applications and projects building on Ethereum. So
Do you hope they keep doing the booths in future years?
yeah, I hope also they have a better internet.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That would be
Yeah.
clutch.
I did have a good chuckle when Vitalik was giving his speech on like trustlessness up there, and I was like trying to use the Wi-Fi and I couldn't, and I was like, yeah.
But yes, the first DevCon, because I don't know, I researched this because I was putting out a report, but the first DevCon was called DevCon 0, and it was before Ethereum was even launched. So, so it was like
Nice
a bunch
bit of
of
lore.
like 20 people, or however many people. So, anyway, that
So
reminds me of the first
DevCon predates
FalCon.
Ethereum.
Yes, it does actually.
Interesting.
It was a bunch of people that they hadn't officially launched Ethereum yet.
Okay.
But it reminds me that's what the first FalCon reminds me of.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like Privy
0.
will be there. Yeah. For
I'd love
FalCon
to
run.
host all of you, of course.
How was the Vitalik talk?
I liked it. I have takes that are probably not refined enough to share here.
I was gonna say,
but-
Will, we're not recording.
oh well, in that case, yeah. No, I
Okay,
mean,
you can take a day and
I think the kind of the bad version. I do think like maximal trustlessness is really important at the foundation of the pyramid. And I also got some vibes of like, I don't know, China has this big like self-reliancy drive of like, you can't depend on anyone else, and it's only up to you. And I feel like I got a little bit of that from this talk, which I know is not the direction he like means it to go, but it's kind of like, they talked about trust being, and I don't want to drone on about this too long, so I'll try to contain myself, but trust being like the ability for someone else to hurt you,
ability for someone to hurt you.
Like if you trust someone, that means that they have the ability to hurt you. And the pitch then from there is like, and you shouldn't let anyone ever hurt you. And I was kind of like, Steve Jobs, before he died, has an email to himself about how interconnected we are as a species, and I don't make my own food, and I don't make my own clothes, and I don't do all these things. And that's like beautiful, that I'm reliant on all these other people. And that's kind of the flip side of this is like, yes, they can hurt you, and they
And
can
help you.
Oh, so help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like, if you have to do everything yourself, and he went through this like 8-point slide of all the different areas where like you can get hurt in the full stack of technology, and it's just like, I don't know. I think it's really important that Ethereum itself is maximally trustless, but it's just like, I think there is a lot of value of having trusted systems built on top of it, I guess I'll say. And I don't know if Vitalik would agree with that necessarily. And
Well,
yeah.
that sounds a lot like the Bitcoin maxi, right? Which is like which is like now
Yeah.
if you go fully sovereign,
yeah,
then you need to be your own police department, an own fire
Yeah.
department, an own banker and security, and like I don't know, it may not be for everyone.
there's like a famous comedian line that we talk a lot about internally at Splits, like everyone driving faster than me is a maniac, and everyone driving slower than me is an idiot.
Yeah.
And it's like anyone who wants more self-reliance than me is, crazy, and anyone who wants less is a sellout. And it's like, you guys got to accept that we're all on the spectrum, and different people are willing to make different trade-offs. And Vitalik is like, both his strength and his weakness, I think he's just super passionate about this stuff and like maximally on one side of the spectrum. And Ethereum probably wouldn't be where it is without that, but
Right. Is that necessarily bad for like Ethereum as
I don't
like
think so.
as like
Yeah.
the layer 1 blockchain?
I think
would think
it's what makes it special,
yeah.
right, and unique. And I think Bitcoin has its own version of that a lot of Ethereum people don't appreciate or like. And I'm starting to appreciate more some of the people further on the spectrum. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly where I am, but
You got in your feelings.
yeah,
The talk.
there's so much stuff that
provoked.
Vitalik says, and I agree with it. And I think like he's incredible, and I still think he's incredible. Obviously, in this talk, I was just like, I don't know if I agree with this, and I have to like
Yeah.
process that and think about it.
I think they could have done like talking about the Ethereum Foundation that has been supposedly like pushing Ethereum to the world, like a better job at supporting founders and projects coming out from the space. This is the first time I'm seeing them actively doing it, but because recently there was a big change in the Ethereum Foundation and all their approach and organization, but there's been like, I don't know, 10 years of Ethereum already.
Yeah.
And we didn't see much of that. And I think it's really needed.
Yeah. Did you read the Trustless manifesto that was published a couple days ago?
I totally did.
Yeah. It was like, it was like a presentation on that.
Okay.
And I guess
There was nothing in the manifesto that I took objection to. Did you? When I read it, I was like, oh.
I felt like, I think the user experience is really important. And I think that there's sort of like core self-sovereign primitives that need to be upheld. And then I think there's a lot of like things you can do to improve their life outside of that. And I feel like he would just be like, the stack from A to Z needs to be maximally self-sovereign. And I would just be like, I'm more of a minimum viable something
Yeah.
is
Same.
here.
Sufficiently.
Same,
Yes,
same.
sufficiently.
We should get him
self-sovereign.
here. Like, where is he?
I mean, he would shred me. We don't want him in here. I don't want him in here.
No, I would happily moderate that.
Come on out.
Well, it's interesting, especially from like a Privy perspective and a Splits perspective, because I think you're both like attacking from slightly like different problems, but making Ethereum or broadly crypto usable.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of big fans of both of you guys. So I can.
Thank you.
So I'm wondering if because you're trying to build a consumer product,
Definitely.
if it's feeling personal.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I like take a couple of days. I'll marinate on it. I'll think about it.
But it's funny because Dan talks about like where he's talked about storing funds in Coinbase.
Yeah.
Like where and saying like, look, this is a public company that has a lot of resources,
Right.
and they're going to put their resources on security more than I can as an
Right.
individual or a small company. I mean, it's why I put my money in a bank. So I get.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that a lot. And I have my own personal reasons why I don't like to do that. But from a Splits perspective, like and we've talked about this before, but like I feel confident because we've talked a lot. I'm not
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about what that, like, why do I trust Splits?
Yeah.
And I feel confident doing it. And I know you've kind of like, just the way you've built with the passkeys and the different signers, the transparency, how you've approached building. So it feels secure to me
Yeah.
and also usable.
Yeah.
But I also, like, I'm looking at you in the eye and we've talked and I am also trusting you as a human,
Yeah.
kind of like as the CEO of this company.
100%.
So,
100%. And I don't know that you can get away from that at some level. And I don't know if you want to. Like, we are social animals, and working together is like a core aspect of what we do, and trusting each other is part of that, I think. And I think it's great that you should be able to decide who you trust, and I think the auditability and transparency and stuff that comes with on-chain actions is like wonderful. And yeah, at some point, if you want the world to adopt this incredible tool, you have to make it usable.
Yeah, I mean, I think from a Privy standpoint, like it's always been like usability, like front and center, and like I think we also have to be pragmatic. Like I think a lot of, I mean, the reason why people put their money in banks is because they feel safe about it. Like I mean, there have been times that I've forgotten my password more than once, right? So like obviously for crypto, you're like you put on like an extra layer of like vigilance and you're making sure that okay I don't misplace my seed phrase and all of that, but I think for the average person like they don't want to have to go through all of that, and I think like we're also working, I think we've seen more customers now being like, we don't actually feel very comfortable with a non-custodial solution, mostly because like their users are not comfortable with a non-custodial solution. So even though by default that's what we provide, I think we've found ourselves being, put in a direction where like that's not actually what our customers and our users want. So kind of agree with you that I think at the end of the day, it's like there's no point kind of like obviously we're all here because we love crypto and we believe in like the potential of crypto and what it has done and what it is going to do, but there's also I think no point kind of over indexing on its potential if at the end of the day people are not really going to want to use it because they don't find it helpful.
Yeah.
Chapeau.
I have one more question I had that I wanted to make sure I asked. Are you having an amazing birthday, Debbie?
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's go.
Happy birthday.
I was like, wow, what
Thank
question
you.
is this
I
going to be?
know, oh my gosh,
Must be
I
hard
love the
hitting. She's
phone,
got
and
the
just
phone,
like the script,
checking
like
notes.
making sure. Yeah, no, it's been an amazing birthday. Obviously, like to spend my birthday in Buenos Aires, I can't complain. And I love all of my internet friends. So, like, I mean, yeah, obviously, I love my non-internet friends too. So, like, that's the thing. I don't
Disclaimer.
Yeah, don't worry.
They're not going to listen to this. Don't worry. Yeah,
exactly.
don't worry.
They wouldn't even like watch this. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I love my internet friends. Like, so it's great, honestly, to kind of have an excuse to throw a big party,
fun.
and be surrounded by people that kind of understand this weird, quirky side of me and us, and have all of these shared similarities and shared vision and values. So, yeah, I could not be happier.
Well, I wish you a wonderful birthday week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have fun at the boys' club party tonight.
I will.
I love the boys. They are party too late for me.
I mean, it's party too late for me too, but I'm also working, so
Anything else like you guys want to hit
Farcaster
on?
meetup on Thursday.
Farcaster
Yes,
meetup on
Farcaster.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
you've organized it.
Yes.
Yes, I
'Cause you're the
almost
best.
forgot about it.
You got your sponsors.
Some
Someone-
sponsors, yes. There's
who's sponsored? Who do we
Settle.
thank?
Settle is a cool mini app that has onboarded a bunch of merchants here to settle payments using their mini app, of course, at their shop. Bettermint has helped us a lot running a funding round, the first one
Okay.
they said that they run on the mini app, and it's been very cool. I mean, great friends of Daniel and Mirko. Who else am I missing? Influence. Harley from Influence has been helping us a lot also with distributing the announcements with this mini app and product that is born to like boost any cast and announcement for founders and builders. And then of course like Builders Garden and Urbe, which is like my side of things. So yeah, pretty super excited. I love.
I saw
throwing
you
this-
had like 500 people RSVP.
Yes, it's
How
gonna
many
be
does
crazy.
the space fit?
Should I say?
So I need to get there early. How early?
150.
150.
Wow.
All
I
right,
think
so
it
we'll
was
get
going to
there
say
early.
37, so.
So get there early. Is there a VIP line?
Yes,
Okay.
you are all on my VIP list.
Yeah, we
Okay.
made it.
Okay. Are you guys going to be there
Yes.
Thursday? Great,
Yeah.
great.
Definitely.
Okay. Anything
Food and
else?
drinks, provided. So all on us.
Yeah, that's probably 80% of why I'm here this week, just for
Most of the people here are for
Yeah.
this.
the Farcaster meetups are always good.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else you guys looking forward to this week?
Just being around people in the space, not a ton of my friends or family are crypto people, and I think that's common for a lot of crypto people because it's so distributed, and so it's nice to be around crypto people every once in a while, and
Yeah.
like the shared experiences that people in my regular life, day-to-day life, can't relate to. It's just nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I agree. I think, I like already have had, like, gosh, I've been here already, what, like 3 days? This is my fourth day 4th, 5th day here. I'm already losing track of time, but Buenos Aires is also beautiful. Like the weather's been amazing, so I think it's a nice break from like coming from
I was
the East
explaining
Coast.
that to when I was checking at the hotel. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's winter at home. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was
Yeah.
complaining about it being too hot. I'm like, I
So
don't
I'm
understand.
enjoying it, and I'm gonna soak up all the sunshine that I can get. Yeah,
Birthday sunshine.
exactly.
And asado. What about asado? It's great.
The asado is amazing.
Asado
yeah,
is-
the food so far has been
I
amazing.
I flew in this morning. I've done nothing.
Ah, okay. So you need to
this is-
try.
Yeah. All right, and I will be at the Farcaster booth. I have 3 volunteer sessions this week, so come say hi. All right, well, thanks guys for hanging out at DevConnect. And can we say hi to Naunish Prof?
yeah.
Prof, I miss you. And say bye-bye in her honor.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.